in the same way, the insidiousness of manipulation is everywhere. It attacks you when you don't know. Did y'all know that? It gets you when you're not looking. You look back and go, oh, really? There's a bunch of people looking at me like, I don't manipulate. Really? Okay. When was the last time you went into work and told your boss exactly how you feel about it? How about the last time a police officer pulled you over and you knew you'd done something wrong and you just told him you were having a bad day and he needed to get over it? Do you see my point? It may be subtle, guys, but it's manipulation. Now, reality is, not all of that is witchcraft. What I'm saying is that we have to be on our guard against those kind of things. Why? What is it that manipulation will destroy in a relationship right away? Trust. Trust will be completely destroyed. You know, we talk about a lot about love and faith, and that's good because Messiah said we should. But right up there at the very, 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 very top of a true koinonia first century congregation has to be trust. And I'm not talking about you trusting the other person only. Every person, when they hear that, goes, yeah, I know. Because the last time I trusted somebody, there's nobody in this room who can't think of one time they trusted somebody. It was a mistake. But if we trust God, I'm going somewhere, I promise. If we trust God, we can trust other people even after we've been hurt. I started my relationship with this congregation by standing at the front of this room and telling you that I was going to ask for forgiveness right now because I was definitely going to let you down at some point in our relationship. I was going to drop the ball. Don't worry, I'm not about to tell you I did that yet. Don't think I did it, but some of you may feel differently. Come see me afterwards. The point is this: everybody drops the ball. Everybody makes a mistake or manipulates or breaks trust, and we have to be able to forgive them and trust them again. Because if you don't trust the man, woman, anybody who's sitting around you, I promise you they will not trust you. It's an absolute guarantee. It's an absolute guarantee. Look, I'm not asking you to, if you trust somebody with your wallet and they don't show back up and then they tell you you didn't give them the wallet, I'm not telling you to give them the wallet again. I get that. I'm a realist. What I am telling you is that we have to be able to confront each other, discuss with each other, and get back to trusting each other. Because over the next few years, who knows, maybe the next few decades, I don't know how long we've got. Maybe the Lord will tarry. We are going to be called to continue to battle. If you are in the trenches with a man standing next to you or a woman standing next to you, and you can count on that person to have your back, the chances of your success are far greater than if you're standing next to a person in those trenches, not sure if they're going to remember to fight. Would everybody agree with that? Good. I finally got you guys saying something. You're like anything to get them moving. All right, so who said yeah? Thank you, Jeff Kennard. I know. I appreciate that. All right. So I received a revelation. That's what I told you at the beginning of this thing. The revelation is the thing that I've been pointing out as we've spoken. None of you guys are missing this, I don't think. No one feels connected? This is it? It's exactly what I just said. No one feels connected unless they know they can trust you, and no one can trust you unless they're absolutely sure you can trust them. Now, here's the thing. How long does it take to build trust? How long does it take to build trust? Everybody's answer is a little different, right? The more scarred you are, I promise you, the longer it takes for you to have trust for somebody else. How long does it take to... Okay, I can't disagree with that. Did everybody hear that? It takes longer to rebuild it than to build it. And I assume you're talking about within the same relationship. How long does it take to destroy trust? Man, sometimes you don't even know it happened until days later. That's just the truth. You wake up and you go to meet with that person that you used to just be so tight with, and you go, okay, what happened? It's obvious at that moment. You're just going, honestly, I'm positive. I've told people before, you have to hit me with a 2x4 sometime just to get my attention, right? I'm positive I have destroyed trust in people who hopefully have had enough grace to forgive me without even knowing I did it. Without even knowing I did it, because sometimes we say things that break down trust and we don't even know. It was interesting to me as I read through Deuteronomy 18 through 22 that it says, require it of him. And I went back to see what it was. I wanted to understand what God meant when he said, I will require it of him. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? It says, and the Lord said to me, what they've spoken is good. Well, this was part of the reading today. I will raise up a prophet like you, he's talking to Moshe right now, among their brethren, and I will put my words in his mouth, and he shall speak to them all that I all that I command him. And it shall be that whoever will not hear my words when he speaks in my name, I will require it of him. I will require it of him. Anybody know what the it is or where it is? Some of you guys got your Bibles out. All right, let's jump. So in 1816, actually I'll do 15 and 16. The Lord your God, I jumped down. Sorry about that. It's like, sort of. It was a specific type of speaking that God was doing that he's talking about, though, that they said, look, we don't want any of that. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, Mount Horeb, right? Say again?
Talking about, the promise that he's going to send Messiah, and whoever doesn't hear the words of Messiah, they're going to be held accountable for their sins.
Yes, he is talking about that, but the it specifically is what I want to talk about is he will require of them that they stand and hear his voice and see his fire, which they beg not to do, lest they die. Sound familiar? Those who don't hear the words of Messiah are going to hear the words of the Father in the presence of his fire. And believe me, when I first read that, when I first got saved, I was like, who would pray not to hear God? Man, I would love it if God would just show up and talk to me that way. Let me tell you something. It wouldn't matter. Because I'd be unconscious 30 seconds after that. But not even that. 0.3 seconds after it began, I'd be unconscious on the ground. I wouldn't remember anything till he was done. I'd be scared to death. And so would probably most people in this room. I don't care how, that's why he sent the prophet. Okay. All right. He certainly took care of business at Sodom and Gomorrah. There's no question about that. Eh, yeah, they were assigned by that point. So you're absolutely right. Yeah, yeah. They decided not to be a servant. Well, that could be. There's another fire where a group of people will come before the Lord. They will see His fire and hear His voice directly. For those of you who know what the white throne judgment is, that's certainly the description I see in Revelation. Right? That's what it sounds like to me. You're standing before the fire of the Lord, hearing the Father face to face. You know, let's just listen to the Lord, our Messiah. You know, I don't want to be anywhere near the lake when that happens, even in my resurrected, completely impervious body, which is probably 40 pounds lighter. Just throwing that out. Okay. You know, it's funny when we challenge God like that, He always gives us the opposite. Have you noticed that? I should have said I'll be huge and out of shape and still bald. Okay, whatever. Moving right along. So, I want to pray about no one feels connected unless they can trust you, and no one can trust you unless they're sure you trust them. And then let's just go through the rest of the reading, and we'll wrap it up.